I'm still not over last season, if I'm honest. We came so close. So close. There's been big changes during the summer on absolutely F all budget. It's going to be an interesting year. It's the Mestalla complex. MikeRo here. Welcome to season 4 of the Mestalla complex. We have a lot to get through today. We have an opening fixture away at Las Palmas. We're actually kicking off the season well, the first game of the new season. We came so close to winning the league last year. Can we go one further this year? Maybe not with the signings that I've made. I don't want to say I'm not happy with how they've gone, but there's a few surprises in there. The most surprising of which is that Michy Batshuayi has gone to Monaco. And before you at me in the comment section, £56 million we sold him for. Okay, 56 million. I rejected their initial bid. Michy came to me. He complained. We had a chat. He didn't like it. I had to end up selling him for the betterment of the club and also for the betterment of the budget. We had £10 million to spend. £56 million came in. I got to spend £40 million of that, which I'd like to think has been reinvested quite well. But we're missing out one of our best strikers, if not our best striker. So, is it money well spent? I don't know. He scored 29 goals in 56 appearances. Michy, you will be missed. Do you also like the new colour skin I've got going on? It makes it a bit easier to see the really outstanding stats. But anything about 16 or above is highlighted in yellow. Everything else is in blue. Deflection. You like that? Another out, which we kind of predicted, is Mukhtar Diakabi. He has gone to Watford. Only sold for £3 million. Bit disappointed, but valuation of players in this league is a lot less than it is in the Premier League, mainly due to the contracts and how much we're paying them. He played alright for us. He had one really good season, which was his debut one. Last year didn't really feature, and I think maybe the slight change of formation means that we can afford it to lose a centre back, and he unfortunately was the guilty party, I'm afraid. See you later, Mukhtar. The only other out is Nick Pope, who has also gone to Monaco, who does seem to be using us as a feeder club. He went for about £1.5 million. Again, that's down to the contract value, just not being paid a lot, so he's not worth a lot. He was a decent keeper, but nothing more. We've replaced him with someone much, much better, as you will see. I feel it's always good to start with the free transfers, and a good free transfer I think this is. Rafinha has come in from Barcelona on a free contract. Obviously, he reached the end of his. Rated at £41.5 million, 95k a week we're spending on him, but he does look pretty decent. Passing of 16, work rate 16, dribbling 16. A good man to help unlock defences, and he can play anywhere in the midfield, even up front if required. So I think he's a pretty decent signing. To get him for free, I'm quietly quite happy with that, and if not, we can sell him off and make a profit on it, essentially. That is really the end game. Using the free transfer market to buy in players and then sell them off so we can gain some money back on all the money that we lose. I found out what it was over the summer. We lose money from loan payments. We're still paying off bank debts. So we're losing £1.5 million a month, which suddenly explains why I'm losing so much money. So until that's gone, we're kind of stuck with the kind of finances that we've got, unfortunately. But Rafinha, good signing, I think. Another player that has come in, and this could be brilliant or it could be absolutely terrible, is Ines Unal, and he was from Villarreal. We obviously got relegated last year. We came in, we raided them. 24-year-old Turkish striker, got 19 goals for Villarreal. Most of them were last year, to be fair. He looks very decent. Could be a very good option going forward in the future. I understand he's not probably going to replace Michy. I get that, but it is what it is. It's the best I can do. Ryan Brewster is also back on loan. Another player who I bought in, only for £7.5 million, so I thought this was a pretty good deal, was Lewis Cook from Bournemouth. Still plenty of potential at 23 years old. He does go towards one of our non-EU players, but as we only have 3 now, it's not too much of a big deal. Natural fitness of 16, lots of 14s and 15s everywhere. Decent player, again, another central midfielder that can play pretty much anywhere in the park. I'm looking to really dominate the midfield this year, keep a lot of possession, wear teams down. It's a different style of football to what we're used to. This one I am quite excited about. Houssem Ouah. I think he's a very well-known player in France. Bought him in from Lyon for £9 million. And when you look at the potential of what he could get to, this guy could be very, very good. Vision of 16, passing 16, technique 16. Quite a lot of good 15s there in composure, first touch. He looks like quite a good foil to Lucas Paqueta. Between the two of them, we now have a lot more rotation in that attacking midfield area, along with Jack Grealish. So playing more depth in the midfield, it's just you'll see. Up front is where I feel we're going to struggle. Maybe at centre back. 2 more to go, and the second of which, I told you we got a better keeper. Sergio Asenio, another player that we came in and nicked, essentially, from Villarreal. Signed him for £11.75 million. Very decent, 18 reflexes, 17 concentration, 16 bravery. A very good keeper at 31 years old, pretty much in his prime, which is what we need right now. Leadership only 11, bit disappointing, but determination 14 is quite decent. The last signing that we made is Ivor Fossum. Bought him in from Hanover for £14.5 million, and this guy, decent, very decent. Again, another central midfielder can play everywhere, but box-to-box midfielder, something we do not have. A genuine Mestalla, and also a ball-winning midfielder. Natural fitness of 18, stamina 16, off the ball 17, teamwork 16, work rate 18, aggression 18. He is going to be our anvil. We're going to get him to plough forward, knock people over. That is the plan. He looks very, very decent. 23-year-old Norwegian. Says he's reached his potential. I don't believe that for a second. I think he's going to get better and better and better. Another notable one to make up for our striking deficiencies is young Pablo Orkin. He looks quite decent. A backup player at remote rate, but 17 acceleration, 16 finishing, 17 determination make me think he's probably ready for a run in the first team. He looks very decent. We'll be giving him some runs off the bench, I think, this year. So this is the new formation I have been trialling out. As you can tell, it's very similar to the 5-2-1-2, except we don't have 2 strikers now. We have indeed got 2 players in behind the striker, because I feel that now we're quite stocked in that position. Notably, Rafinha and Lucas Paqueta are the 2 that are there at the moment, but that could change. And you look at some of the strength and depth we got, with Cesc Fabregas is finding it hard to make it into our bench, along with Jack Grealish, Ferran Torres, Pablo Orkin, Ryan Brewster. There's a lot of talent in this squad now, and it's a lot of young talent that we're looking to nurture up. This, I think, is arguably going forward one of the better squads we've had. We just need to get to the stage where we can show that off. So it is our first game of the season. There's plenty to look forward to. We were only predicted to finish in the Champions League places again. After this, we do actually have the Champions League draw for the first round as well. So Las Palmas look pretty much the same as they usually are. Araujo always gives me a little bit of a problem. Gosh, 28 degrees and breezy. Sounds like they're in the middle of a hurricane. So you look at it in terms of the lineup today, only 2 players actually making their debut. Rafinha is one of them, Asensio is the other, as you would expect. He is our new number 1 goalie. Back 3, Jimenez, Derulo and Longlet, with Wendell and Vidal as the wing backs. Soler, Zobnin make up the midfield 2, in behind Paqueta and Rafinha, who are also in behind Mandzukic. It's going to be really hard to keep remembering how to say that. I can get rid of the league table, get rid of the latest scores. We are off and running in Season 4. Let's hope for a good result. Vendel's by far now one of our better players, actually. It's nice to see one of the signings I've made is actually really, really paying off. I want to see us dominate the ball a lot more this year. Last year we sacrificed a fair bit of possession. We didn't really implement our game onto teams, and I really want to fix that this year, and I want us to be more of a ball-playing side. Breaking teams down seems to be the way to go. It's interesting that we kept Soler as well. He was one of the players that Atletico Madrid wanted him all summer, and he wanted to leave at the end of last season. But Atletico were only willing to get him on loan rather than sign him, and I wasn't having any of that. That looks like it could be a red. I'm not sure if that is Herving Lozano. It's not, but he is gone. Paul Lozano has been done by a little bit of trickery there from one of our players, Paqueta, and he's off. So we have a chance now, a really good chance. They're down to 10 men. If we don't win this, I'm going to be very disappointed. A bit of a dull first start. Oh no, please don't. Good marking from the corner there as Marco Lavaggio makes it 1-0 to Las Palmas. That's not ideal, is it? What is that? What is that? Give me strength. Well, we're 1-0 down. Oh dear me. Oh dear. I'm not that bothered about Paqueta either. There's still time in the transfer window for some signings and stuff to be made. And Paqueta, as much as I think he's got plenty of potential, he's just way too inconsistent for my liking, and quite frankly, it pisses me off a little bit. He's just so piss poor sometimes. He just drifts in and out of games. He reminds me a lot of like Mesut Ozil. He just drifts in and out of games when he feels like it, and I don't like that, and I don't need it. I'm going to get aggressive straight from the off. This team needs to do more, and the fact that Paqueta's not bothered just pisses me off even more. So he's being hauled off. Ines Unal comes on for his debut. He's not playing as a Trequiesta. He is playing as a... He's going to play it as a poacher. We're going to move Rafinha in there, and I'll tell you what, we're going to take off Longlet as well, and we're going to bring on Aouar and give him his debut. Move these boys around a bit. Aouar's going to come in. He's going to play as the attacking playmaker. We'll move Rafinha back in there. And now we're playing more of a... I don't really know what you want to call this. There you go. So now we're playing a kind of 4-3-1-2, which I quite like. Vendel back to Rafinha. Yet to really impose himself. Nice ball there from Aouar. Vendel whips it to the back post. Vidal. Bang! Mario Mandzukic. It's Vidal and Mandzukic. Some things never change. A lovely nod down from Vidal. And Mario Mandzukic makes no mistake as he smashes it in from around about 3 yards out. Well done, boys. Nice by Rafinha there. Good play by Aouar as well. Good back ball crossed by Wendell. Lovely header down. Smash. Love it. Nicely worked. That's what we want to see. More of that, please, boys. Mario Mandzukic carries on where he left off last season, banging in goals. Torres to Gaspar. He's playing really well, actually. I was looking at getting him, but I feel like we're kind of a little bit stocked in the attacking midfielder department. Gaspar to Marin. Deleva on the ball. We cannot go down against 10 men again. Oh, God, no. Great tackle. Vidal's pissed about with it. If they score... Vidal would have had a lot to answer for there if they'd scored. That was pathetic defending. It was such... That's Hector Bellerin defending. That's what I call that. Run first, think later. Corner. Rafinha whips it in. Javi Jimenez tees it back to Carlos Soler, and he's got a goal. He is back. He's no longer the captain, by the way. Mandzukic is now the captain, which I think was the obvious choice to make. He's the most experienced player, and he has the best mental stats of anybody. But we've managed to do well here. Great tee off from Javi Jimenez. That's going miles wide, so it shouldn't really be his goal, but we will take it regardless. Mandzukic takes the ball down well, played into Inazuna, who we've not really seen on camera yet. Lively ball from Aouar. Vendor across the back post. That's poor from Mandzukic. He should have really been there. Vidal, Soler. Oh, he's hit it over the bar. Unfortunate, but we're beginning to tick over now. This is good. Gaspar out to the Varja. Great play by Vendel. He's probably been my man of the match today. He plays in Inez Unal around the back. Unal. It's a good save. Should really finish it. 15 minutes left. We're seeing it out at the moment, but a third would be good. Make a statement. Kill it off. Mandzukic back to Soler. He's played a good game as well. Fossum. Nice ball out to Vendel. You know qualities there when Vendel gets it. Vidal. Oh my God, how has that not gone in? It's a great save. He tipped onto the post, I think. It's a brilliant save. No, okay, there's a highlight here in the 92nd minute. Are we going to pay for not putting them to the sword? It doesn't look like it at the moment. So there to Unal. Unal goes round his... That isn't... dear me. That's a poor finish. I am worried about our striking options this year. I won't lie. Please win that. Derulo doesn't... Oh no. I can't look. The Varja, if he'd squared that. That was a guy completely free in the box. A minute to go. Oh God, come on. Araujo on the ball again. Good play by Vidal. Not a great ball though. We're intercepting. Then 4 minutes are up. Come on, ref, blow up, mate. Coman to Derulo to Fossum to Soler, and that is it. Apparently we were fired up in the second half. My halftime team talk obviously worked. Good times. Nacho Vidal gets man of the match. I personally would have given it to Vendel, but hey ho. I guess you've done brilliantly to come back and win it. I'm proud of you. I am. Some slight disappointments in there, but a win's a win, innit, at the end of the day. And we have a great record against Las Palmas, and their manager hates me. Apparently he didn't shake my hand after the game, so same to you, mate. And yeah, even though it wasn't a great performance, just to get the win, get the season rolling, especially away from home. I always find it hard when you go away from home to start the season, so that's a pretty decent way of going about it for us. Champions League group stage coming up next. Excited. Oh, Barcelona have signed Virgil van Dijk as well. You'll never guess what I did, viewers. You'll never guess what I did. I accidentally skipped the groups. Oh! What a cock up. You'll be happy to know we've actually got probably the easiest draw we've ever had. We have Porto, CSKA and Copenhagen. Compared to previous years, unbelievable. I cannot believe I've done that. What an egg. Other big groups, you can tell. Oh, there's a few tasty ones near. Bayern, Ajax and Real Madrid. Sporting Lisbon as well. Chelsea, Napoli, Leipzig. That's pretty tough. United got a bad one. United, PSG, AC Milan and Basel. Basel known for being difficult. Barcelona, Lyon, Dortmund, Lazio. Madrid got a pretty decent one. And yeah, so actually we've done quite well there, really. We've got a pretty tasty group. I'm quite happy with that. we obviously were second seeds because we've been qualifying a lot more regularly and obviously getting to the last. The next knockout round, so we've done quite well there. I think naturally, and the best thing to do is we can come back for. We've got a nice start of run actually. We've got a nice run to the start of the season. I think we're going to have to go for Copenhagen and Barcelona. I think we will come back for the first game of the Champions League and Barcelona. It makes sense. I want to focus a bit more now because Barcelona are obviously going to be our biggest challengers for the title this year if we are actually in a title challenge. So that makes sense to me. Thank you so much for watching the episode. Welcome back to Season 4. Sorry that the video didn't come out yesterday. It's been a bit of a hectic sort of time for me. I've got lots of weddings, lots of stuff to plan, and there's lots going on at the moment. But I'm going to keep trying to get the videos out as soon as I can, as regularly as I can. Thank you for your patience, and thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, please do like, share, and subscribe. Until I see you again, stay cool.